Hi everyone, Senan this side, and in this video we are going to solve this LeetCode daily problem, which is the circular sentence. So the idea is simple. A sentence is a list of words that are separated by a single space. This is very important, with no leading or trailing spaces. Okay, so the first and last character would not be a space, it would be a character. Now the words consist only uppercase and lowercase, so we only have 52 characters that could be present in this and a space. Now a sentence is circular if the last character of a word is equal to the first character of the next word. So in this case, let's say, look at this test case, last character of this word and the first character of the next word is the same. Here as well, last character of the first word is the first character of the second word. Similarly here as well, this sound ends with T and delightful starts with E. Now the last character of the last word is equal to the first character of the first word. So last character of the last word is equal to the first character of the first. So the same this property but in a loop. Now we need to find, given a string, return true if it is a circular, otherwise return false. In this as well, this is true because it ends with E and starts with E. So that is true and no other words are there. So we cannot exactly check this fact. In this as well, LeetCode is cool. So this is false because these two characters are not same. Let's say these two were same and these two are also same, and L and this L are not same because capital letters are different from the lowercase letters given this example. So these are the constraints. And how do you do this, right? So the very important thing that you have to observe is this single space, right? Every word is separated by a single space and no leading or trailing space. Given this, your problem is actually very simple now. Now how do you do that? First you check this, right? The second constraint. So check the last and the first character, right? And after that, check every pair of these characters which are before and after a white space, and if all of them are equal, return true, otherwise return false. So that is what we are going to do. So let's look at the problem. So I get the n, which is the size of the string, and first of all I check the first and last character. If they are not same, that means it cannot be circular, so return false, right? So if I'll go for this for loop, and if this for loop is executed, that means the first and last character are same. So what we are left is to check these pairs, right? These pairs. So that is what we are going to do. So I'll iterate through the sentence, and whenever I see a white space, I compare the character before and the after of the white space, because I know it is separated by a single space. So if I see a space, that means there is a letter before this and there is a letter after. And what's the next thing? There are no leading or trailing spaces, so that means this space cannot be the very first character nor the last character. So this is somewhere in between. So I minus 1 and I plus 1 always exists. So this is within the range of the indices of this sentence. And if at any point before and after white spaces the characters are not same, what I do is I return false. And if I'm completed with this for loop and I did not return false, that means all the pairs of characters are actually same. In that case, I return true. So that is the idea. If you see, this is accepted 100% as well. And what is the time and space complex? So first of all, assuming the space, we are not taking any extra space to solve this problem. We are just checking, or we are just validating the characters of string itself. We are not doing any manipulation. So that's one thing. And in this for loop runs for n times. For every character it checks if it is a white space or not. So this is basically a linear time solution and constant space solution. Now if you wanted to modify this, right, if you wanted to make this more complicated, what you could do is you could remove these two, what do we say, these two constraints. So it can have more than one space, right? That's one thing. And it can have leading and trailing space. So in that case, how do you do that? This code would not work. In that case, what you do, you create a string stream object like this. So you create a string stream object and you pass this sentence as a parameter, right? What this would do is basically separate every word into a different string, right? And what you could do is you can just compare all of those strings manually. So what this would give you is a string or a list of words without any spaces, right? So if there were no constraints like these, you could use a string stream object to solve that. But that would take a space complexity of big O of n, right? Because you would be storing the whole sentence in a list. So yep, that is the video. Hopefully I was able to explain this to you. Before you leave this video, a full solution PDF would be provided in the description below. Be sure to check that out, and I'll see you in the next one.